Ladies and gentlemen, tell that little bit of you to fuck off. You know what? Shit, you're right. I got a fucking show to do. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long fucking time. Long goddamn time since we last did this, so let's take a little bit of an awkward walk down a road we've been down a bunch of times. Let me lower the music a little bit. Just a little bit, turn it down. Give that little bit of you Kenta Kobashi clothesline. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DKW. I am your host, owner, proprietor, head booker, and a whole bunch of other fucking things. Phantom Dragon. And it has been a long goddamn time since I had to say that. It has been a long goddamn time since we last been here. Last time we left off with a lot of unfinished narratives, a lot of unfinished business, and generally, life became a bit of a dick. So what did I choose to do? I had to put the show on a little bit of the back burner while I handle some stuff, but now, all that's handled. Now, every single bit of that is wrapped up and or done, or I just don't have to deal with it for a while. So, with that all said, we're back, and we are back for some more in-ring action. As seen over the Discord in the last recent weeks, management has had a bit of an idea to get people back into the swing of things. The 4 tournaments, single knockout tournaments, not full D1 tournaments, round robins like we usually do in the fall. These tournaments are set single knockout elimination to essentially crown new champions and #1 contenders. On the women's side, Velvet Dove holds both the Women's World Championship and the Women's formerly known as the Women's D1 Championship, now known as the Women's Dragon Heart Championship. With that said, the 2 tournaments on the women's side are meant to crown the #1 contenders. First round matchups we have revealed right now. Danny Weaver takes on Gene Kelly in our opener, and we also have Amaya Knight taking on a debut star later on in the show. We have the... Well, no, that's the Women's Dragon. Already mixing shit up. Come back. Hey, you don't call it that. We've been here for years. That was the only reigning Grand Slam. Yep. Only reigning Grand Slam with both belts under her, under her arms, over her shoulders. Really depends on how you want to phrase it. But first round Women's World Championship tournament brackets. Valentine Devious takes on Yuna Arai. Danny Weaver takes on Gene Kelly. In the Women's Dragonheart, we have Amaya Knight taking on a debut star, and Karina Cortez going 1-1 with Lady Crow. In the men's side, this will be to crown new Dragonheart, again, formerly known as the D1 titles, now the Dragonheart title. These are meant to crown the new champion going into this season, as Teddy King, we weren't able to re-sign him. If at any point we come to a conclusion about those contract terms, he's welcome back with open arms, of course. But in his vacancy, 2 titles are left up for grabs, and best believe the men's division is going to try to snag them up. First round, we have Malosi Talatuna and Will Ospreay. We also have... Let me search for a bit. We also have Mason Miles taking on a debut star. A lot of debut stars. These first 2 episodes, I feel... Remember, this week, we're going to have this episode. Next week, we're going to do more of a weekly basis than a bi-weekly. So if you're not on this show, you're definitely going to be on next week's show. We're going to get through the whole first round tournament, and then we're going to go into the semifinals and the finals to crown new champions, or not. And then we could move on to the men's World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Ilya Dragunov taking on a debut star in his own right, and Bulldozer doing the same in our main event. So already we got some pretty good matches. Don't worry about that. Soon to be a potential bigger signing. Oh? Okay. Maybe some new names. Maybe some new contract terms to work out. The Boat Collector Velvet Dove. Until we meet again. That damn duck. But we are having a quick little ad break. I'm going to wait until this finishes to get to the first match. The first match of the night, Danny Weaver versus Gene Kelly. The history between these two spanned out across DKW and I believe GCA to a little extent. As we wait for this ad break to wrap up, 2 minutes 30 seconds before we get to our first match. But one thing I do have to say, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being here. Even though we just started the stream, I'm not sure how many people are going to make it all the way to the end. Time zones and all. If you're busy, that makes sense. The VOD's going to be there for a reason. But at the same time, you get to watch it really either way. If anything, the VODs kind of take away the ads, so less disruptions. Though I guess you do have to skip ahead a little bit. I know. My voice isn't exactly the most serenading thing on the planet. But the story between Gene Kelly and Danny Weaver. Danny Weaver, one of the first women to go through the DKW dojo, helped to found exactly what it is today. A lot of people, a lot of companies. Danny was the first one to join and essentially garner some relationships between DKW and other companies in which our wrestlers were able to show up. Danny Weaver, a former GCA world champion, take your time. Former NWOW Galactic Women's Champion and former NWOW Internet Women's Champion. Both those titles happening roughly around the same time. Gene Kelly, she went through the ONC, damn near undefeated, only dropped one singles match, and that entire time proceeded to go on a win streak to claim the GCA title, holding it for almost a full calendar year, and only lost it on 2 occasions, one being a cash-in by Brittany Mae Chang, and the other being to, I believe, Kiri of the Fua gang. Now, their history spans a little bit behind that. First time Danny and Gene went one-on-one was actually on a GCA pay-per-view. I do not remember the exact name, but I believe it was sold in the Cosmos. Was this all in the Cosmos? I believe so, in the Cosmos. On the pre-show, if people remember that far back, it was a fatal fall match, or fatal fight match rather. Sorry, I'm still trying to get my words right. That match would have, I believe, Gene Kelly winning out. Danny and Gene would run the series back a total of 4 times. I believe up till now, Gene behind by 1. Usually every time these women get in the ring together, there is either magic or absolute chaos. And seeing as recently they've been a bit more on tumultuous terms. Now see, also on GCA, funny enough, that's where most of their collisions happened. They were in a chamber match. Gene Kelly, the former champion at this point, Danny, a former champion in her own right. Hell broke loose, everybody was swinging, and Danny, to gain the title back, would essentially roll up Gene Kelly and snag the chance for Gene to be a 3-time GCA World Champion. This did not rub Gene the right way because at the time, Gene Kelly was dressed as Alexander Anderson from Hellsing Ultimate. Danny decided to go as Alucard. So as you can imagine, it was a little bit personal. Now, Danny would lose the title pretty quickly, but from those experiences, both these two not on the best of terms, all things considered, I'd imagine this match is probably going to be either one of the more hard-hitting or one of the more nasty-fueled matches of tonight. To see this as an opening is impressive enough, but I believe it's enough chat. I think that's been enough time to get the ads over. Let's get down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get going. Or, oh, there we go. I'm hoping I didn't fumble the sound before this. Time for that first match. You can see. Well, first thing I have to give, first of all, the new logo. That is 1000% Dazul RGB. That is 1000. I have to give it to Dazul. Full and full. I have to give it to Dazul. He's the one who managed to combine the actual name of the company with the logo. The DKW logo, the new one. That was all you. That was completely you. So I have to say that much. The fuck you mean, eh? A promo feedback channel. The fuck you mean, eh? That was... Wait, it was? I thought that was on the back of Danny's jacket.
And her opponent from Bray County.
Well, I already fucked up something. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I already fucked up. Oh, prototype logo. Yeah. I already tripped over my own feet. This is going swimmingly so far. Danny on the ring. Danny already in the ring. Jean making her way down now. Oh, so Jean's attire is getting... Oh. Okay. Jean Kelly, at least on DKW, I don't believe she's had a shot for a title, much less actually challenged for one. Danny, former two-time DKW Women's Champion. I did DKW logo, Dazul might have done the logo with Danny, so slight confusion. Jean really likes the color green. She really does. Now both these two already tying up. Honestly, I'm surprised. I thought this match would start with swinging, but... Oh, okay. Well, there it goes. Okay, wait, hold on. We turn that off, first of all. Not because she's Irish. That is not because she is Irish. Tries to go for a quick roll-up, but a kick out of one. Oh, fuck! Jean grabbed the ropes. Danny looked like she was trying to do the same for maybe a delayed springboard, but that clothesline just took her straight off her feet. Danny coming right back with a Meteora. Off the ropes. The Mega Man knee. Her and her brother are pretty synonymous for a standing corkscrew moonsault. Given a certain rule, I think everyone in wrestling should be deathly afraid of the color green. Absolutely. Now a moonsault into a DDT. Jean Kelly kips right back up, and both these women right back into the grapple game. Danny hoists her up on the shoulders. Tries to go for something, but Jean counters with a Hurricane Rana. Like I said before, this is not the first time these two have been in the ring together. And I think the disdain... Well, not... I would say disdain, I wouldn't want to, but at the same time, they're just not friendly with each other. Before, yes, I could see it, maybe, but these two, I imagine there's a lot of beef between them. Danny returns fire with a forearm, slinks through the ropes, but Jean right there to catch her, sends her right back to the apron, trying to control the space. Danny's not letting her do it for long. Now Jean forcing Weaver right into the corner. Tries to go for a chop, gets blocked by forearms, and now a kick to the gut. Danny trying to create some space, but Jean is not letting her get any distance. It's not a Saito suplex. Danny shoots right back up and right back into the grappling. What kind of beef we talking? Angus beef or Mad beef? I'd say it Angus. Definitely say Angus. He's proud for the pin. Putting that forearm to Weaver's jaw, but a quick kick out of one. Ground. Oh, trying to go in for that. Danny, I think, was trying to go for a bit of a comeback, but Jean not giving her the second. Kick to the head from Weaver, though. She's right back on her feet. It's again another standing corkscrew moonsault. Finally goes off of those ropes for the Phoenix Splash. Hook at the far leg now. Count of one and still a kick out. Neither of these two have been able to get to two on each other. Now stiff kick to side of Jean's head from Weaver. Again off of those ropes. I imagine the first part of this match being very counter heavy oriented. Sorry. Now Jean tries to go for a clothesline in the corner. Oof. Kick to the side of the head. Roundhouse connects right on the dot. Weaver. She's good with striking, but mainly it's those kicks. You've seen Weaver in a ring. You've seen her wrestle. You know those kicks are probably one of her more lethal weapons in her arsenal. Jean, I would say, very top-heavy offensive. If you see her swinging, it is what you get. Straight hands and a hard right hook. Even harder lariat. And now Jean just waiting in the ring, letting the timer run up. I don't think you have much success with a count out. DKW rules tries to go for a suplex on the outside. Weaver reverses it. Tries to go for a meteora. Jean ducks out of the way. Now both these two outside the ring. Ref is counting. They're swinging on each other. If you don't remember, DKW ruling a count of 20 on the outside. As Weaver just goes back first. It's unprotected concrete. I think that might even things out a little bit as now Jean goes right back into that ring. Remember, it's a count of 20 that denotes or ends the match. Weaver gets right back up, gets in the ring before the count of 8. Now Jean again controlling the space, forcing Weaver into a small box. The thing is about Danny, she's a striker, but she also likes to go off the ropes, get some air anytime she's looking for offense. So trapping her in a small box like Jean is doing right now, closing in, not giving her much space, that's going to be what gets you the best result. And now Kelly hoists Weaver up between the Lions. Now hooking the far leg. Count of 2 when Weaver kicks out. Ever been kicked with the might of the Greek trilogy, Kratos? No? It don't feel good. Now Jean just swinging forearms, elbows, and fists. Straight at Weaver, and again the Saito. A lot of offense aiming at the head of Weaver. Irish whip sends Weaver running to the ropes. Tries to go for another clothesline. Weaver ducks out of the way. Pele, no, misses the mark. Jean might have tripped over Weaver there, giving Weaver an opening now into the rear waist lock. Sends her north side, tries to go for a roll through. Again, counter for counter. Dropping that knee. Weaver was trying to go for that wheelbarrow double stomp. Kelly saw it coming and now connects with a senton. Hooking the far leg again. Count of 2. Not too much force on that kick out, but Jean getting all the more frustrated by it. I want to say Jean, she has to watch her temper. Tries to go for a clothesline, misjudged the distance. Tries to go for a kick to the gut. Jean gets it instead. Trade for trade, and out again between the Lions. Weaver is in trouble. This might be it. Count of 2, and that is 3. Jean Kelly defeats Danny Weaver to move on in the tournament. Danny hopes of taking that spot to get to the 3rd reign. Cut short by the Lionheart. You see at the end there, Danny Looked like she tried to go for the weave of death with that kick to the gut, but Jean had it scouted, sidestepped it, and that allowed her to hit that between the lions, that pump handle. Well, I don't even.
Here is your winner.
I'm gonna say pump handle driver. Somehow I doubt these two women are done fighting. Yeah, no. Between these two, I heavily doubt this is the last time we'll see them in a ring. Heavily doubt that's the last time you'll see them together. But Jean Kelly manages to get that first win in the tournament, sets herself up well for the rest of it. Damn, her lips are chapped. All right, let's go back to intermission. So first round of the tournament, Jean advances. Danny gets cut down quickly. Or cut down quick. Gets cut from under. English is fucking weird. Okay. Brought to you by Lion's Lip.
I'm really feeling it!
Brought to you by Lion's Lip Balm. The secret ingredient? Well, that stays between the lines. Right, next match we got up on the card. As the ringside crew clean up the ring, get it ready for our next match. Melosi Talatonu takes on Will Ospreay. I believe this is not the first time these two men have faced off on DKW. I believe they've been in a ring multiple times. In singles competition, I am not sure. When it comes to singles competition, I am not sure, but I am fairly certain that Melosi and Ospreay have been in multi-man matches together. We got it. Yeah, boy. If I recall correctly, no, not even in the D1, I believe these two have faced off. I could be very incorrect about that. The closest I believe these two have come to going one-on-one was through the D1. Melosi had a few chances to try to go at that D1 title. No success so far. Will Ospreay much of the same. But now tonight, hopefully in the first round of the first round of the Dragonheart tournament, maybe, just maybe, one of these two could be a step closer to finally getting some gold around their waist. As we go on to the next match. Right there is a dangerous
the
man.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 312 pounds, the Superstar!
Ladies and gentlemen, Melosi Talatonu, member of the Hounds of Vegas, made his name known in ANW and several other EFES the group has been to. dare to call him the biggest dog in the yard, but when it comes to DKW, he has yet to win a title. He's been going after formerly known as the D1 Championship, now renamed to the Dragonheart title, for a while. This might be the closest he can be to it. This knockout tournament could be the boost he's looking for as we kick off this season. What he needs is a win, but I don't believe that will come easy over the aerial assassin. Though the size of him is definitely going to help.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 191 pounds, Will Spivey!
Great. Aerial assassin, the Commonwealth Kingpin, get Billy Goat. This man has went by a lot of names in his time in a professional wrestling ring. Did they say Spivey? Yeah, for some reason they went Spivey. I guess that was the closest they could get. I swear we have to talk to the announcer about how he fucks up some of these people's names and then forgets others. He's been doing this for seasons at a time, and at this point, like, I think I might just hire a new guy. Well known on New Japan, AEW, Progress, Rev Pro. Name a European roster, and I think Ospreay has probably performed there at least once or twice in his tenure. On DKW, much of the same situation as Malosi.
What?
It's not the best of times he's had. And I still have to do this. Should have turned this off. And, oh, okay, starting out with a super kick. Ospreay returns fire with a kick to the head, springs off the ropes, moonsault. Looks like these two are moving pretty fast to get this whole thing started. Now it's starting to slow down the tempo. What's up, Phantom Iron Carte? You are in one of the matches. I cannot reveal which one. But you are in one of them. Ow, shot to the stomach. Irish Whip sends him over to the corner. Ospreay, blazing speed already on display. He's known for that quick, explosive style. Cross between strong style and a lot of lucha libre is Ospreay, but when Malosi gets his hands on him, it's all strength and pure power from that man. Springs off the ropes. Nice place kick to the head, and now Ospreay trying to ground the giant. It's like the one graduation they wrote everyone's name in the form of how to pronounce it, but it failed. Yep. This has been happening for too long. So sorry that I was late. Dude, it's fine. We're on a second match. Don't worry about it. I know we're starting at an awkward time too, so that doesn't happen. Okay, Malosi goes straight to the outside. Yeah, we started at 6. Here, there's no late. Just got home and I'm gonna go shower. All right, enjoy your shower. Enjoy your shower. I don't think I fucked that up, but still, my words. Malosi is taking his sweet time on the outside. Good God! Ospreay looked like he was getting more annoyed than anything. Now Samte arm, Malosi moves out of the way again. That super kick turning Ospreay about face. And they have 20 seconds on the outside. They're gonna use it. Good God. Ospreay managed to just trip Malosi up, and now he was gonna stop to taunt for a second, but he can't. DKW's taking A&W's curse of OBS fuck-ups. Oh, God. Whips the arm, driving that shoulder straight into the outside. Remember, count of 20 on the outside when it comes to DKW ruling. So they have 12 more seconds to do whatever the hell they want to. Count on 9. I think Molosi, it might have been a while. You might have forgotten it. Yeah, I think Molosi may have either forgotten it or just really wanted to taunt. And I think he just realized when the ref said 11, you can see it. You can see the realization on his face there. May have been a while. Oh, wait a minute. Roll up. Quick roll up on Ospreay. But too close to the ropes as Molosi. As holy shit. Kick out of I'm sorry. Since when the fuck did he take off from the top rope? Now, try to go for some. Ospreay connected the elbow and now clothesline to lay out Molosi. Red, we might need to talk, because when the hell did Molosi do that? As Ospreay trips him up. What do you mean, The fuck you mean, It's Ospreay from the corner. Hidden! No! Gets weaved. Molosi lowers the head, tries to go for a super kick. Ospreay sidesteps it. Knee to the gut. Now Molosi unloading combinations on the assassin. Molosi feeling a bit of momentum on his way, but Ospreay with those well-placed elbows straight to the gut. Molosi connects with a headbutt. You never want to headbutt a Samoan. Ospreay returns fire with that knee. I guess the Billy Goat's got horns, because I don't know how the hell he took that and did not go limp. Big man did flying training. Oh, okay, that's terrifying. Now he plants him in the corner. Ospreay working on that arm. Stomps in the corner now, just bottom of the boot to the face. That runs in with it. Ospreay doing his best to push back Molosi, and so far it's working out for him, changing the pace of this matchup, forcing the Giant, he's not a Giant, but the big man, to keep up with his speed. And oh God. Okay, well, he's still learning to fly. That one was a big miscalculation. I think he may have thought he could have clipped Ospreay on the way down. Maybe got himself some time. Right now after that super kick, he seems to be on the upper hand again. As Molosi grabs Ospreay by the throat, tries to go for it again. Again, that elbow. Ospreay just has it counted. Tornado DDT. Now hook at the far leg. Molosi looks like he's out cold, but no, a kick out of 2. Both of these two, like I said earlier, fighting for that first time. Oh God! I think that might have been a hidden blade. Oh, but still a kick out. Now the crowd rings on with Fight Forever chants. So far, Ospreay has had Molosi on the back foot. That change of pace is not something Molosi is used to or able to keep up with, it looks like, for too long. Irish whip, no, Ospreay reverses. Shot to the gut has Molosi down on a knee. Now ripcord, forearm straight to between the eyes. Molosi moves right out of the way. Call an elbow. Oh my God! Even with the marks of war on his body, he is still able to launch Ospreay about 8 feet in the air before a Samoan drop. Again, Ospreay working on the midsection, working on that stomach, trying to get Molosi to keel over that back elbow. Molosi might have baited him in, as now he hoists him up. And the Talatanu driver spikes Ospreay. History of neck injuries not lost on Molosi. He's going straight for the spike. Look at the far leg. We got 1. That's 2. Oh! Ospreay able to kick out. I don't know what the crowd is chanting, but I'm gonna have to say they might be right. As Molosi hoists Ospreay up. Ospreay, a well-placed kick to the gut, tries to go for a high roundhouse. Molosi ducks it. He's been training his agility, and it shows right now. Molosi able to keep up with the assassin. But a flatliner lays both men down. And I think this is the first breath of air. Oh, never mind. Keep breathing. We are not able to take a breath. Hold it. As Molosi from the corner, that is scary. Why is he able to move like that? Ospreay again unloading those elbows to the midsection. Collar elbow again. Sends Molosi southward. Big elbow to the between the eyes. A kick to the shoulder to keep the big man down. This big ass man just front flip up. He did a kip up and a goddamn front flip. Ospreay unloads the knees. Has Molosi flip it inside out. And I think Ospreay planning to go high. No! Decides to keep himself relatively close to the ground. That's surprising. Maybe not enough distance. I think they'd say both of these guys, honestly. Oh, try to. Oh! Tried to take a leap of faith and came down sharp on the knees. Ospreay went limp, and I don't even think he's fighting anymore. As Molosi hits a clothesline, takes Ospreay to the outside. Now, if I see a man tossing me up and self-alley-oops me for a Samoan drop like that, I'm refusing to be in the same state as that motherfucker ever again. And the tope suicida. Yeah, I don't know if Ospreay's okay. I don't know if he's okay after that. That was nasty. Oh, God, the way he went limp, I would have thought his ribs or something was messed up. Ospreay managing to throw Molosi into the ring. We might need to have the doctors take a good look at Ospreay after that. A head-on collision. Yeah, no, I fully believe this man's head is a little bit harder than Samoan somehow as Ospreay lifts him up. And Stormbreaker hooks the far leg just far enough from the ropes. Count of two, and he kicks out. And now moonsault off of the ropes. Ospreay at this point just throwing out whatever he can think of. Ospreay blink twice if it hurts to breathe. Tries to run in with that knee, does Ospreay. Molosi swinging for the midsection, a big chop. Plants Ospreay against the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, that is nasty. I'm telling you, that is a steel railing with cloth over it. And Ospreay's head just collided with it head on what looks to be the side of his face, straight occipital. Regardless of that, Ospreay still fighting on. Irish, oh, he broke him open over the turnbuckle. And Ospreay, I think the warm sensation of his blood going over his face might have just kicked up a second gear. As Molosi sends him north side of the ring. Count of 8. Molosi, this is a count of 20, buddy. If you want to get a chance to breathe, this is definitely the right move, but if you're looking for a count out, that is not happening. It's not Molosi. Gets the drop on Ospreay. Ospreay shot, fires off towards the midsection, tries to go for a kick to the gut. Clothesline takes down the assassin. And now again from the heavens, no, misses the mark. Ospreay moves out of the way, turns Molosi over. Ospreay, knee to the gut, and it looks like both these men going strike for strike. Ospreay catches the right, delivers a chop of his own. Molosi says, come on, that's it? That's all you got? Come on, swing a little bit harder. And now I think the right hook had Ospreay stumbling. There's a definitive power advantage in this strike for strike bout they have. Ospreay cannot stand here and take shots. He has to lead it and manages to do it. Takes Molosi to that corner, stuns him. And now playing some Osprey. If you're going for a leap of faith, now's the time. And I think Osprey sees it in the stars. No, get on the knees. And Osprey collapses, crumples. As now the crowd gets to take